Hi, Olena. My name's Daphne. I'm one of the tutors here at IELTSpodcast.com. Thank you for sending in your essay for correction. You've brought a whole bunch of corrections, which is great. So we're going to be working together trying to get your essay as perfect as it can be before your exam. Okay, so some people believe employees should stay in the same job for the rest of their lives. Others think they should switch at least once. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Now, when you had this title, I think you would have been given some vocabulary to use, which would be helpful to try and use that if we give that to you. So some people hold the view that it is good to be employed in the same workplace for the rest of their lives. Others have the opinion that they may change job at least once during their career. Okay, so for me, you have repeated too many of the words in the question. It's really important to diversify and to say other things. Okay, so you could say something like nowadays, uh, people argue that it is a good idea, or maybe people are feel more comfortable staying with the same company for many years because this offers security. However, younger people or many others are more or are happier to move around from job to job. Some sort of more general statement you need to make that is not basically repeating the words in the question. Then give me your opinion. So in your general statement, you're going to be indicating some of the things you're going to be talking about. Then give your opinion, and then you want to say, this essay will discuss key issues using examples from, and then you're going to put some good examples into both your paragraphs. So the introduction has to be structured to introduce the essay. General sentence, your opinion, and then I will introduce, this essay will. Okay, that's what you need in there. So don't use the same ideas, the same words as in there. Now, I don't want anything else of your opinion until we get to the conclusion. So this, you would need to, because this is not academic, so we need to get this into an academic style of writing, okay? So you could say, many businessmen argue that working for one company or up until retirement offers many benefits because it is convenient. Convenient, you could say, financially rewarding, and could be the best opportunity for promotion to management level, something like that. Okay, so you don't want this. I'm just going to cut this. You don't want that, and you don't want that. Believe, yeah, because you've basically said that already here. Okay, so you've said that some businessmen say it's a good idea to stay there. So now you need to tell me why is it a good idea to stay there. Develop this idea. Best opportunity for promotion. Okay, if you stay in a company for a long time, you understand how that company works. You're able to operate very successfully. You are able to grow up, to move up the ladder, we can say. So I think you develop that here. Okay, so you said our life is not only for making money. One should grow in the professional field. In my opinion, it's boring to hold the same position. By making a change, so this should be in your second paragraph, making a change, really, such as to accept a new job and take on more responsibility. One keep the brain in sharp condition. That is good for mental health. Another point is to consider is, by improving skills and being successful at different tasks, we feel a pleasure, okay, sense of achievement and emotional reward are very important for quality of life, and it's a powerful motive looking for a job. With regards to environment, to work in a toxic workplace where there are not any, yeah, okay. Now what I'm trying to unravel here, okay, is that for me, your essay is lacking in organization. It's very hard for me to work out which you should have two paragraphs here. It's hard for me to work out which paragraph is which, because what you need to do is one half. Now you're telling me it's a good thing. because it's convenient, it's money, and you can move up the ladder. So argue all the good things in here, why it's good, okay? Because you've got a sense of achievement, you're rewarded, it gives you quality of life, it's a powerful motive maybe, but to argue all the good things and then make a paragraph, another paragraph, and then you go, however, and you want to argue a different side of the story, okay? So I think that would be the best way to structure this essay. For me, this has no coherence. It's really, really hard for me to work out where you're going and what you're trying to say here. And this would affect your score enormously on coherence and cohesion, which is 25% of the marks. I need to be able to find my way, see where you're going here. Okay, so let's just look at some corrections. Keep one's brain, so it would have to be keep one's brain in sharp condition, which is good. So which is good for mental health. Another point to consider is that by improving skills and being successful at different levels, most employees, so let's talk about who these people are. Sorry, go in here. Feel a sense of pleasure from achieving specific goals. Goals there. A sense of achievement, say, okay, experts argue that a sense of achievement, emotional reward are very important for quality of life, and it's a powerful motive to look for when looking for a new job. Maybe this should be in a new paragraph. With regards to work environment, working in a toxic workplace, which lacks respect to employees, could result. So don't talk about they could result in misery, and yes, and would be an additional stimulus to finding a new job. In terms of benefits for a new company, so health and dental, yeah, it's a good point to make a decision. Yeah. In addition to these benefits, flexible and convenient work schedule is essential for workers who have young children. Rather than small children, we'd say young children. As to work in graveyard shifts is neither good for someone, neither good, maybe good for health, nor for families. And so here you're saying me this is why you would go, and this is why you would stay, I think. Here to summarize, it may be, give me your opinion here, I believe that it may be a good reason to stick in the same job. So I wouldn't use stick with, that's too informal, to remain with the same company rather than job, company, business. Let's use lots more vocabulary. All one's work life, even if it's convenient for the family, okay, for the employee. However, capital H, if the job does not bring a pleasure and emotional rewards, earns too little money for a living, or causes problems for families, okay, this would clearly be the key moment to switch jobs. Yeah, I wouldn't say bold point. Okay, I would say this would be the key moment to switch jobs. Okay. So Elena, what I'm going to suggest here, this is okay, I'm going to suggest that you maybe switch from the 20 essay pack onto the course, the full course, which is actually cheaper. So we would give you a refund on that. I'll tell you why. I don't know what grade you need in your exam, but it seems to me that maybe you don't have much experience in writing in an academic style. This essay needs a very specific academic structure. So there are a lot of issues here on the coherence and the cohesion. Me finding my way through the essay, making sure you've answered the right essay title, making sure you've given me examples and some really lovely vocab in here. If you think you'd like to do that, we guide you much more. You have a lot more help. You have videos to refer to. You have 10 essay corrections in total. Then you could buy an extra pack if you feel you need to continue. So you could get to 20, but it would give you more structure and more tutoring. I think you could find this really, really useful. It's difficult for me to do this just in a correction because you need some actual tutoring and teaching as well as just the correction. Same for this task 1, maybe you haven't done this before, but you need to be getting to 150 words, so you've only got 87. Again, this needs a very specific structure. Okay? The pie chart demonstrates the crop production in France 2017. Okay? Overall, according to the pie chart, now it wasn't manufacturing, it was production of. Okay, so you could say the amount of cotton harvested accounted for 34.4, which is the biggest of all production. Okay, in contrast, yep, that's fine, good. So sugar, wheat, and barley made up around 3/5 of the total amount. Sugar contributed roughly 22%, and you can contrast in here, whereas the wheat segment was slightly above 1/5. Okay, good. Then you could make a comment about these 3 in total. These 3, so that would be sugar, wheat, and barley accounted for, or amount to X% of the total. So I'm just sort of adding in some structures here. Okay. I would put your bit about barley, if we're still talking about barley, put barley into here. Okay. You don't need capital letters for any of these. They are just small like that. Okay, so then you've made your comment about those 3. Rice production, okay, was not much bigger than, okay. I wouldn't use bigger, I would go larger, because it's a better word, than corn, and was, yeah, provided is good, provided 3.5 of all the crop. This small amount was almost twice the size of the corn harvest, which was only 1.7%. I know you have said that before, but I'm just going to put it in again for now. And we need to say, and these 2 crops were less than half or a quarter those of barley. You just need to find some connections between these, okay, to keep going to find your words. So you've got the right idea there. Well done, you've got the right idea. So you could say something, yeah, what we're trying to do is group them all, okay? You've got sugar, wheat, and barley. So sugar, wheat, and barley. You could say something else about cotton here. I know you've said cotton, the amount accounted for, yeah, which is, I'd probably say largest there. You just want to get the word count up a little bit on that one. But well done, you seem more confident on how to do that. Okay, so I've included a sample essay for this job essay into the correction. I cannot do this every time, I'm not allowed to, but I have done it for you now just to give you an idea of what the sort of academic style that you should be aiming at, and have a look at maybe switching courses, because I think that could really, really help you more. Well done, Olena. Good effort.